Can we quickly do a thingish? Goeienaand. The sick piece. Good evening, jam-packed show. Vir julle wat ingeskakel is, baie dankie. JP Kellerman, die host vanaand. Ons het twee manne wat saam dus die pad gaan stap. Julle kan nog nie vir hulle sien, ek kan vir hulle sien. Ons het 'n man wat vir Darling aan die gons gehad het. Dis 'n man van die Ooskaap, voor die bietjie ingeklim, goed gekommentaar, solid English as well, massive profile out here, great rugby knowledge. Let's celebrate him because he's gonna bring great rugby to the Boland. Sesetu is in the house with me, but also then I have CPUT. Hy was al op die stoel gewees. Hy het lekker gesels. Hy bring vir julle vleis. Hy bring goeie rugby content. Baie suksesvolle afrigting. Hy's 'n educator. Hy gaan so een keer 'n week oor die stormes in. Gesels 'n bietjie, krap hulle koppe so. So dis elites. So daai is die manne wat vanaand saam met ons gaan wees. Boys. Hier zijn manne. Is hulle? Is hy? Solid Engels aan. Quality elites. We're gonna have a good energy, we're gonna have a good vibe. Ek sal so nou en dan die Afrikaans deurgooi. Die manne se Engels is there, southern suburbs. But we're gonna do it, we're gonna make it work. First of all, Ellie, welcome. A bit more settled. Yeah. We're gonna pop in a bit more. I also noted that Lucian, busy behind the scenes, Boland Geeks, Herschel also, solid Kali Cup voorbereiding die week. And then the other gentleman, the other quality gentleman, Philip Peterson, touching between France, traveling the world, doing a couple of things behind the scenes, but yeah, he's busy with other gigs, and that will be more full-time space, so watch the socials, watch the things. Ek kan nou nie vir hom praat nie, maar dis hoekom hy nou nie meer gereeld is nie. Hy's nie gefire nie. Ons het nie beklei nie. But just that you guys have an idea. But back to you guys, Ali. Welcome.
Thanks, JP. Good to be back.
Yeah.
You know, just on the Afrikaans, my Engels is there.
Solid.
Not the only one. Solid flow in between. Okay. But it's good to be back. Looking forward to the chat.
Yeah, great. Viman, solid. By of Darling.
I was practicing aangename kennis. We are here. Club Rugby Live is such a huge honor. Thank you very much for having me, and of course I'm sure we're going to touch on the last weekend's events in Darling. Had a couple of people who were actually impressed with my few sentences with my Afrikaans, but yeah, it's good to be here.
But I heard you were busy. I saw you in one of the stores. People sent me a video. You're busy lay-buying your Afrikaans. You know how lay-buy works, so you can do it over a couple of months.
We'll pay back after 3 months.
So I heard you busy lay-buying the Afrikaans, which is very important.
No, shout out to Google, man, because on the way to Darling I had to just to make sure that the greeting is appropriate and just making sure that the sentences are aligned, because I mean that Afrikaans land there, the Swatland as we call it. The first time being there actually, it was a huge experience, and definitely looking forward to more occasions like that. But I promise, come next year, my Afrikaans sal reg wees.
Great stuff. Seseto. Ellie, dus al 'n paar mense in die comments wat ons kan groet sover. Laat weet vir ons daarso. Julle kan asseblief, maak seker julle gooi die comments in, gesels met ons. Ons gaan wêreldbeker gesels. Ons gaan 'n bietjie URC, ons gaan Boland praat. So laat weet vir ons, vra die vrae. Dis hoekom die manne hier is. Just quickly say for the people that don't know, just your rugby background. Can you just share it with them as well?
Yeah, so basically born and bred in the Eastern Cape, small town of Queenstown. Queen's College is my alma mater. Of course, I've had some fair share of rugby experience in terms of Gold Cup, as well as Varsity Shield. I've had a number of stints also in Durban for Durban Collegians, Crusaders, as well as the Jaguars. So, I mean, of course, we all wanted to be professionals back in school. Sometimes our journeys will not be the same as others, so that's why we opt for staying in the sport in terms of commentary and broadcasting. And of course, the growth is imminent, the growth is steady.
Yo, sorry, imminent. So, imminent is iemand se naam. Can you give us a synonym there for imminent? Want ek sien die mense nou afvinnig op Google. Iemand se naam. Can you just give us the synonym for the people, please?
So basically, growth is close.
Yes,
growth is happening, and of course, I mean, with growth coming, you also have to be prepared. So when the opportunity comes, you must be ready.
100%. Ali, just briefly for the people again, your rugby space, where you're at the moment, just that people can see, ek maak die stories op, ek sien solid golf MPA so, CPUT, wat het julle gemaak die jaar by club rugby?
Yeah, so I'm still involved with CPUT. That's the big focus at the moment. I'm helping out some specialist sessions here and there. Can't really mention where it is at the moment. You know, work in progress, yeah. But yeah, that's the big focus. We had a good year this year. We got promotion to the Super League A, which is great. Yeah, we just lost to SK in the final. But they deserved that win. They had a great season.
Sorry, Ellie, man, ik val nou hier met die kop in die deur. There's nuggets that I'm gonna pause. We're gonna grab. How long have you been at CPUT?
Since October 2019.
Right, since October 2019. So when you started the club rugby, where were you guys in what league?
You know, they were in the zones there. And then 2020 came, we never played club rugby. 2021 we were, no, 2020 club rugby is out. 2021 there was hints of club rugby. Then last year we were in the Super C. We won the Super C.
Super C is amper so 'n pakkie switch.
Yeah,
Super C.
That's tough out there.
Super C, energy vibe.
That's tough out there. We won the Super C. This year we went Super B. Reached the finals, promotion. That's the main thing.
So I just wanted you quickly to touch on that. Now, it's all about nuggets.
For sure.
Solid nuggets uitgooi.
Are they chicken nuggets?
It depends. It depends in terms of the nuggets. But Ali, like, just a plan for you to get there. Just in a couple of sentences, what do you do if you want to grow, if you want to go through that process? Because there's a couple of coaches that's maybe in the streek uitdag or top 14 or maybe in a Super C or those type of. Hulle kyk nou, joh, hulle is nog daar. Het jy hulle daar gekry nie? Daar was 'n proses. There was a process.
So let me give you just a short 30-second recap. So CPUT is a rugby club.
Yeah.
They're only 4 years old, 5 years old. They, in the end of 2018, they pulled away from Garden Stick, so they had to start all at the bottom in that zones.
Wow.
So within the 4-year period, or 5-year period including the COVID, we won 3 leagues, you know, to get to the Super A. But the main thing before winning a league and things like that, and coaching, you need to make sure that your club structure is in place.
Structuur.
Club structure is in place.
Structuur, yes.
And then the coaching structure comes into play.
Wat betekent, wat is structuur? Is dit soos, wat is dit? Is dit spelers? Is dit bestuur?
So it's your management, your club management. You know, having a good exec, right? At CPUT, we are a bit different. You know, we don't have a club exec, but our coaches and our managers and we've got a good STO, a student development officers in charge of rugby. So we run those positions of the exec, you know, besides the coaching. And if you can get that right, then you focus on your coaching with the numbers, you know, and then you can start building success.
Okay.
It's pointless you have lots of players and you have quality players, but you don't have a structure.
They're falling through the cracks,
Your club.
Over quantity.
Yeah.
So struktuur, ons gaan na een nugget vat, kou so lank aan hom. Gary van Logerenburg, Gary, jou fan is op die tong, maar Gary, ons groet vir jou. Gary is also one of the Sanlam sponsors. That's obviously covering Boland, covering that space. So good evening to you, Gary. Always great seeing you. Also stalwart there of Stellenberg. Karl de Koker, goeienaand Karl, is groet vir jou. Thelo Peterson sê to keep the water flowing.
Like the water.
Water, Alfonso is groet vir jou. Nancy Salome. En dan Heinrich is ook hier so yeah, that is in terms of Ali. And then to say to just your week, how was things going after the rugby?
You know, just as I've explained earlier, Darling was my first time. Actually, just the Darling area, the Swartland in general. I mean, of course, the furthest I've got was Atlantis. But just myself and Heinrich Goos, and we kept on driving up. I'm like, bro, where are you taking me? Are we still going to the same location? But of course, after we got there, I mean, on the way here, we spoke about how it just reminded me of back home, the countryside, you know, just having the blast life, you know.
So where are you from? just where, like, because you say Queenstown, or maybe grad school, solid quality. But originally, where are you from? That people can also, because in the Boland now we have the areas, we have the rural, we have the community, that people also understand where you are coming from in the Eastern Cape.
100%. Yeah, so Eastern Cape, a small town of Queenstown, 170 k's out of East London, the coastal city of East London. So, I mean, it's a very small town, a lot of country space around it as well, a lot of rural space around it, and like Ulinge, Whittlesea, also like 60 k's out of Queenstown. There's Cathcart, just farms everywhere. They make the best biltong in the province, by the way. Like those chili bites, yes, my bro. After a hectic night, I just go there quickly, grab some chili bites, and I'm ready.
Chili bites in a garage pie.
That's the one. And of course, an energy drink. Also, that's where I come from originally. I'm here now in Cape Town just over a year. I got here in August. But yeah, just to answer your question, this week has been filled with anxiety, just a lot of emotion, a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, I do understand we're touch base on the Rugby World Cup, so that's the main reason why I was going through the most this week, and also considering who we're playing in the final. But apart from that, just being happy, experiencing a new area in the province, just happy with the fact that meeting new people. I mean, it was a culture shock for me.
Have you received your passport yet? Cape Town passport?
Yeah, so basically it's being sorted out. Home Affairs, better wake up, give me my passport now.
Quality.
So that yeah, so just to be a citizen of this great city.
We can maybe see if Sanlam and Santam can just fast forward that process so you can maybe get your passport.
Let's chat about that.
I think you mustn't forget about the rugby talent coming out of Queenstown.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. I have 8 players in my squad.
Wow.
Who's from Queenstown, quality boys.
I mean, a lot of quality also in the province. Queenstown, Whittlesea is also known for producing great rugby players and cricket players. I can mention a few: Kamako Sandla, and the late Lukanyo Tsiki, and his older brother Utsebo Tsiki. So I mean,
you're solid. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get it through
for sure.
But yeah, so thank you very much. Just a brief one. Ali, just your week so far before we're gonna go into URC very soon. But just your week up until now.
Look, from a rugby space, we started our off season this week. You know, so just getting the guys in the flow of things. We had 2 sessions so far this week. You know, coaches are happy to be back. They've been off for 3 weeks now. Players are happy to be back, and there's a lot of new talent in our squad as well.
Sure.
So it's been all rugby this week.
Okay, solid rugby, rugby man, rugby. Marvin Theo Mare say, away Ali, proud of you.
I'm in the UK and London.
Greetings from England, solid away. From England, en dan ons het vir Martin Jacobs hier, Elrich Mellis in die huis, Johan van Wyk sê, Nancy manne, Young Hamiltons bo, heel bo. JP sien ons jou weer die naweek. JP is op ander diens, ons gaan net oor gesels. And then Young Hamiltons, the People's Team. So yeah, they're known as the People's Team. We're going to chat about them as well. Thank you for the video clip and including Markie Heke op. Yeah, so after the game, there was just a massive vibe, and I posted it a bit on the socials where the people are singing, and actually with the Mamre and the Hamiltons crowd just singing together. And look, life is about moments and memories, and I saw the moment and I was like, yo guys, the moment can pass,
for sure.
But if we can capture this moment and we can release it.
If there's one thing about Boland rugby and Boland clubs, it's community.
Sure.
It's the atmosphere they build with that community that backs that club. It's amazing. It's really amazing.
And just to add on to that, I mean, that's what club rugby is about. You know, building community, just making sure you're creating new relationships, and that's the one thing I love about the sport. You know, you might find that on the field we can be enemies, but then after the game we sharing a drink with the players or with the opposition supporters. So I mean, building those bridges, and I mean, you never know if maybe you want to need that person in the future. There's a saying in Xhosa that says, "Isandla sihlamba esinye isandla." So a direct translation to that is one hand washes the other.
Yes.
So that's the beauty of the sport in general, but just also especially the club rugby aspect of it.
And it sounds like you're speaking from experience there.
Oh, definitely.
Listen, I was involved at the launch last week. Solid Pera is in the house, net hier, house rules, breaking it, phones on silent. Anyway, so yeah, we were there at Westbank, and then in one of the launches. So Westbank did their launch in this local spa, the Super Spa in Malmesbury. And so I was sitting, and obviously we're doing the panel discussion. And so Lynn was sitting there as well. Kudos to them, just supporting the community, and the spa was plugging in there. And so I made an example, and I said I was walking through the shop, and I stopped and I asked the staff to assist me, great assistance, because I'm looking for this specific product.
For sure.
I'm looking, they say they're going to check if they have in stock, and so the manager approaches me. I'm like, I'm actually looking for experience. You can either get it in a bottle, in a box, or something. Sure. And the moral of the story is you can't buy experience.
You can't.
So, and I mean that would be that you shared now. But what we're gonna do now, ladies and gentlemen, this coming weekend, there's a grade 7s tournament that's gonna be happening in Stellenbosch, the base of the Blitzbokke as well there at Markotter. So let's just quickly look at the flyer there. So you can just pause it there, Ian. So it's the 28th, 29th of October. And yeah, so there we see some of the sponsors there at the bottom, Standard Bank, Sportsman's Warehouse. You guys can see Score Energy Drinks, etc. So just keep it on there, Ian. So yeah, it's at Markotter, the base of the Blitzbox. It's basically a 2-day event. So there's a lot of teams that's going to be involved there as well. So the Blitzbox is going to be playing, and then we also have a team from Makassar, we have a team of Somerset West, we have a team of Wellington, we've got the Child Squad as well, there's Heidelberg, there's also the Women's Sevens, and then as well as the Rhinos. Sure. So to the Forward Foundation, they're doing really amazing work, and they're into the communities, and they're just trying to uplift. And also there's going to be live music. It's like $20 to come in. Yeah. So you can check it out on the socials, make sure you join. I mean, this is an opportunity for the kids to meet their heroes. Sure. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other people that's involved. Yeah. I saw there's a coaching clinic as well in between some of the 2 days. So Club Rugby Live will be broadcasting. We'll be broadcasting the event live. I know as well on Friday there's a panel discussion with the Sevens coach. There's a lot of sponsors as well. Neil de Kock, which is the head of SAS Rugby as well. So SAS will also have a team there. I mean, Neil de Kock playing box for many years, playing at Saracens. So yeah, Leroux Conradi, the CEO there as well. Guys are involved and doing really great work. So make sure that you get your ticket. Make sure that you come out. It's starting Saturday at 9 o'clock till the afternoon. After that, we can win the World Cup. But first, we'll support the boys. Please. And then also on Sunday. So yeah, that's just Ali wanted to touch something on there.
JP, the Ford Foundation has been doing great work, especially in that Heidelberg, Strand region. The opportunity they're creating for these youngsters, and there's so much talent in that region, you know, that's untapped into, you know, and they're just creating that extra platform. You know, for these guys to be
because they're doing like this leadership they're doing. I know a guy like Juan Poisson. He's basically the director of rugby in that space, young guy coming up, really doing some great work. And it's not just rugby. I think that is the amazing thing, because everybody see the step is there, the beach touch and those type of things, but it's a holistic approach that these guys are taking.
And I mean also in a confidence aspect of things, you might find that, I mean, I just heard you mentioning the caliber of people that are playing there, the Blitzbox, are playing there, also the women as well. And just also to touch base in terms of the women in the sport now, they're getting more attention, they're getting 100%. More marketing, they're getting more funding just to help them grow within the sport, also globally as well. And also for the youngsters that will be playing in the tournament this Sunday, I mean, playing in front of the Blitzbox, I mean, of course, I would want to have a proper game, because you never know if you're going to get spotted, you get seen. So, I mean, it's a huge opportunity for them, and I just hope that for all teams that are involved. I mean, of course, we all play to win, but also not just play to win, but also play to get noticed.
So,
100%. I mean, at the end of the day, you can go a long way.
So kudos out there to the Forward Foundation. Follow them on the socials. Make sure this weekend as well, like I said, Friday there's going to be live streaming 6 to 8 Club Rugby Live, and then as well as Saturday and Sunday. Make sure that you follow the action. But there's other rugby that happened this weekend. So saggies in the achtergrond, you know, like background music. For sure. It was just there. Ali, you took a look at URC. Julle weet nog wie se URC, né? Ons moes gewen en toe laas jaar amper gewen. Rito het gechat, "Joh, ek het hartseer gemaak, maar hy het my vergewe. Ons het aanbeweeg. It's a new year, new season. What happened this weekend?"
I think the Lions and the Storm was done really well. The Bulls and
No, the Lions and the Stormers, it was a good game.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good game. Stormers taking that one, but yeah, you wanted to say?
the Stormers started off well.
Yes,
They
house on
beat the
fire.
Lions away in the first
Sasha Ngomezulu. Sasha Feinberg, Ngomezulu. Ons gaan hem nog nie kyk, moenie worry nie. Hy gaan kom, hy gaan kom.
A really talented youngster, future springbok, you know.
Skill set. Kyk, I'm on tap. I'm on tap. Guys, just go check it out. As ons nou die content steel en hijack die manne weer vir ons. Just go check it out on the socials. That guy taps a ball on the highest level and then he decides I might as well catch it and score the try. Yeah? Yes.
Use it to
Come back,
to
cutting,
comes back, supports, scores on the
tall, well built, putting shoulder in, winning under 21 provincial tournament.
The Stormers did put themselves under pressure in that last 10 minutes. Sorry, you know, with the Lions coming in that fight back. But then with the Bulls were dominant. Their forwards annihilated Scarlets. You know.
Scarlets from Wales. Eh?
And then they just brought their backs into the game. They put on 63 points against them. You know, it was a dominant game.
What a statement.
You know, it's just the Sharks again. You know, they were there. They tried to stay in the fight, but at the end, you know, Munster's experience just pulled through, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just to add on to the URC, I mean, I was just waiting on hearing the good news about the Sharks. I mean, guys, I'm a Sharks supporter. I understand I'm in the Western Cape, but I'm a through and through Sharks supporter. I caught a couple of flack when I got to Cape Town, and I had my diary, and I had a Sharks badge on it. My colleague,
So Queenstown,
Queenstown.
Cape Town, but you're supporting the Sharks.
I can explain.
Sorry, I know normally with a car you have wheel alignment.
I think it just goes to the fact that I've spent a lot of years in Durban, playing a lot of club rugby that side in Durban, and I mean, of course, those free tickets to Kings Park, I fell in love with the team, and of course, back then, the Sharks were a prominent side. They still are, of course, but just to defend them on the first round, I mean maybe those first round jitters, trying to get those combinations, but I mean, it's a long tournament. Only ends in May next year, if I'm not mistaken, so it's a long tournament, and of course, the rust, we just have to get it out the way, not just for the Sharks, I mean, for all teams generally. So yeah, it will be a great aspect.
But also the Sharks' new coach, Plumtree, Joey Mongwala, their assistant in the mix. Ons gaan nog kyk, bietjie die manne, ons moet die manne kry, manne moet chat, ons moet kyk hoe ons kan maak. We're going to see, but Joey, amazing. I mean, that guy does amazing work. His player-coach relationship. So it's a journey, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. But what other results do you have there for us?
So we got one of the games that really stood out for me was the Zebra Ulster game. Zebra was in that game from the word go. They scored first.
Sure.
You know, Ulster scored.
Zebra Italy, ne? Italy. Yeah.
And I think they on. I'm speaking under correction. It's either 17 or 27 losses in a row, something like that.
Wow.
And this was the game that they could take.
Ulster is the team where Spicy Plum is going to.
Spicy. Spicy. The one where Dwayne comes from.
Yes.
One spice for another spice. So that was a big one, like, because Ulster came to win that game in the last 5-6 minutes, you know. Zebra was in it till the end, and they were leading for most of the game.
And Ulster also semi-finalists last year, just to put things into perspective.
A team that was disappointing for me was
Leinster?
Not Leinster, Dragons, Edinburgh. You know, the Dragons were just nowhere.
There was a massive, who had that massive score? Somebody also had a big score there.
That was the Ulster game. That was our game, was a big score.
Yeah.
The Bulls was a big score. Glasgow against Leinster.
What was the score there?
43-25.
That's all the one
that was a big one.
I
mean, that was a massive one. Leinster's been Irish top tier side for quite a few seasons.
Irish guys taking a rest now, not in the mix.
Yeah, taking a break.
But Leinster's got an academy there.
Strong academy.
Solid academy.
Academy system. And that's what contributed to their success over the past couple of years.
Sure,
you know, but Glasgow were on fire from the word go. You know, Leinster did fight back.
Franco Smith?
Yeah.
Franco Smith's man? Glasgow?
Cheetahs?
Yes, Franco Smith, Cheetahs?
Italy.
Solid.
Back from Italy.
Yeah.
Italy, Glasgow.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was a big one for Glasgow. Cardiff, Benetton. Cardiff came out the blocks firing. Okay, Benetton scored in the last couple of minutes. And they popped in there. I think it was 23-22. And then that kind of Ospreys, Ospreys were in the game, they weren't in the game. Kind of looked really sharp there. And I think their score was 34-26.
But yeah, so URC is aan die gang, dit weer begin. Actie beweeg daarso. So I think it's something it's gonna be a bit in the background, unfortunately. So we also just trying to bring you guys what's happening. I know you guys aren't watching everything, but just trying to bring you guys the action. It's here. URC as well, but as the campaign is gonna go on, you guys saw some profile guys coming. I mean, we had Coach Rito here as well, so we're gonna make sure we get some more of the guys in. But just before we go to our next segment, hier op die tafel, wil jy vir ons iets sê? Sê vir ons iets, jy wil iets gesê het.
Ons ete was die Jaws, lekker soos spicy. Ja, alles is goed met die woef. Dit's met die sauce, met die sauce.
Solid. So, Chawa, lekker. Hierso barbecue steak, braai sausie. Solid spices hierso, so baie belangrik. But yeah, just quickly look at the ad. We're going to see as well Chawas, solid hierso, Chawas op die boors. Chawas doing really well, Joanne van Wyk. Also have a coffee shop, solid. Hy maak nie koppies, hy het 'n coffee shop.
And just as you mentioned the spice, just on that URC note, I mean the spice as well. I'm looking forward to the Stormers back at DHL Stadium. I mean, of course, just touching base on the spice at DHL Stadium, Ubumbo, the NPO. Yeah, so they are. I'm sure you guys are aware of Ubumbo as well.
Wait, quickly before you go there.
Yeah.
How important is a vibe and singing in the stadium?
It's amazing.
Hey, julle, kom jy myne met die trolley bags, né? Hoe belangrik is 'n vibe in 'n lekker sing?
It's amazing what a video can do for the team. So we actually have video sessions throughout the year. In our camps, it's part of our, we have video sessions where everybody gets involved, and because we're a club of
diversity,
also diversity at CPT, just to get everybody comfortable and the buy-in. It's amazing. I mean, you've seen it yourself. The buy-in to the video, and it brings energy, man. It brings gears,
And what is this? Who's in Bombo? Wie's hulle mens? Wie's hulle?
So basically, Ubumbo is an NPO.
Yeah.
Basically, I'll just summarize it quickly. Ubumbo, what it means is Ubumbo is a Xhosa term of togetherness, unity. So if you say that Ubumbo, it just means that we are unified, we have unity with amongst each other. And I mean, of course, we are experiencing that each and every time the Stormers play at DHL Stadium, and even if they're not playing at DHL Stadium or they're playing overseas, we are there at Vasco supporting the blue and white hoops. And of course, it's all for everyone. I do understand that most people might not know the words to Amaguijo. I mean, just clap. Just follow.
Solid vibes.
And of course, what makes it even much more great is the fact that we have people from all backgrounds just coming in. For example, if you're at the stadium, you have people from just anywhere in the stadium coming to sit next to us at block 1, 2, 3, the yellow block, just coming and sing with us. And in the final, it was my first time at DHL Stadium seeing such a capacity under the lights. Yes, like my bro, I swear my complexion was so much lighter thanks to those LED lights at the stadium. So I feel like a 10-year-old just rocking up there at the stadium. And the Guijo, they could hear us there. That's the beauty of it. So I mean, of course, also this weekend as well, we are going to be showing it at Hamilton's. So I mean, of course, join Ubumbo. It's free of charge. I mean, you can come and support with the Stormers for us. And I mean, of course, come for like a vibe.
There you've got it, Guijo.
Guijo.
CPT. Boland het hulle eie Afrikaanse Guijo, but
they've got some remixes though. There's this song, the late to my pitch, Gegen Vume, and I heard some Afrikaans lyrics. I was like, what? I was dancing to it. What's that dance again? Okay, it's flashed. I'll think of it during the show. But I mean, it's just amazing how you can just take a sample and then you just try to incorporate everything for the community. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
Solid Guijo. Let's look at Jawas. Very important. Let's look at this one. Jawa spices. Solid hierso vir die braai. Lekker spices. Baie belangrik. Ons moet hom gebruik. As daar nie check is, ons het nou gesien. as almal kan nuwe produkte wat uitkom. Ek support vir Joa. What a guy, hè? What a guy. Ons moet nog gereeld baie besig. Ons operate, ons moet nog lekker in die coffee shop 'n bietjie gesels. But I think let's just quickly look at the comments. I've got Kaya Love say yes guys. Adrian January goeienaand. Ivan Robertson. Monique Levy say Mr. Taste in the house. Herschel Canola Kalikap van Aswegen. Hy's ook hier in die mix.
Project 24.
Project 24. Harde kole. What a guy, yeah? What a servant of the game. Hy is hier so en hy sien ons ek vir Hilton skippers. So, gentlemen, Boland. Sanlam, Boland, top 12. Aksie die naweek gewees, there was action.
Yeah.
Yo, we traveled throughout the Boland. There was a vibe, there was a build-up, there was launches, there was clothing. Nou en dan 'n bietjie glitchy op die badge gehad, maar die manne gaan dit uitsort. Sponsors on board, Ambro, Vuma, Vumatel, Toza. Solid, ek gesien hoe drink jy Toza, lekker gedrink, né?
Queenstown product.
Solid Toza gedrink also. So, Agrimark in the mix as well. But firstly, your experience this weekend, how was it before we go into some of the results? Daar gaan ons sien Sanlam, Vumatel, Tekkie Town, Ambro. So nog hy Tekkie skrap en Tekkie Town, net lekker reël also.
For sure. Yeah, well, no, firstly, man, thank you to the sponsors involved in making this happen. I mean, it wouldn't happen without them. And also for the opportunity to go and commentate. I mean, I was expecting, top-notch rugby, and I was not disappointed.
Yeah.
Also commentating the game, Boland versus Houston. It was an exciting game. I mean, it's true when they say it's a game of two halves. Because first half, Houston was like literally running away with it. And then the second half, you saw Darling trying to creep in. They actually led for the first time with like 3 minutes left to play. I was literally shaking on my seat. I'm like, am I going to see an upset here? I mean, the fans from Darling, they were raucous, just trying to cheer on their team. And they did very well to catch up in the second half.
You know, Darling's field is called the Pioneers.
I didn't know that.
So solid up in notes. Pioneers.
Yeah.
So Darling has a brewery there that sponsors them. Throughout the year, we were like, if Darling doesn't do well, are they having packets of milk? Is the milk getting sour?
Give them
What's
powder milk.
happening? But Darling is doing really well. I was also at the launch.
For sure.
So, yeah, really, really great club, great community. There was a local DK is a man also. What's his name? You spoke about it earlier. Passionate. Charlton.
Charlton. Oh, shout out to
What
Charlton.
a legend,
He's a legend. I mean, I would love to impersonate him. Yeah, he's like, I'm just standing there after the game. He's got his glasses on. He's like, hey. Come, you lekker gespeel, lekker commentate. Just come through here, take a picture. They must know. Yes.
Quality guy,
he's
energy,
such a friendly
passion.
guy, and just the fact that he came and he came up to me.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who he was at that point until he introduced himself to me.
But while we're at that note, before we go there, man, explain quickly the interview. As hy tree op die socials, hy is die man wat gesê het Afrikaans next week. Sien jy daai So just quickly take us through the process there. What happened?
So first when I got there, I had a chat with the MC together with my co-commentator and the host. Shout out to you. The MC, he wanted to speak to us just to get a lowdown of what's to happen throughout the day's procedures. So first question he asked, kan jy Afrikaans praat? Yes, he put me on the spot on the get-go, bro. Like, just do that, put me on the spot. So I was like, ek praat, maar ek leer altyd saam, maar ek is nie 100% reg nie. And then he's like, die man praat Afrikaans. En what's the problem? I'm like, bro, just keep it simple, alright? Okay. Just keep it simple.
Keep it basic.
Just keep it basic.
Some people say keep it stupid. You
can't
say that.
Or you can keep it flowing like the water. Sorry, just digressing there. So basically, I just told them, listen, it's not a problem. I do understand that there might be a bit of a language barrier, but I mean, I do understand a sentence. I can construct a sentence, but in terms of fluidity, that's where I struggle the most. But so I told them from the get-go that, listen, I don't mind having an interview in English, but you can respond in Afrikaans. Now, that's where it got interesting. After the game, I tell that groot man, brah, it's fine. You can respond in Afrikaans.
Hy groot man van Darling tag vir hom in die klip asseblief. Hy groot man van Darling tag vir hom in. Solid. So you tell the groot man and the groot man decided.
Yeah, and he decided.
He's got a bundle.
He's got a bundle. Hey, please reload in the next 12 minutes or else I'm going to cut you. So I told him, listen, you can respond in Afrikaans, no pressure. I'll ask simple questions. Easy. And then first thing where he just grabbed the mic, I was like, whoa,
this man is
Taking
ready.
control. What a guy, eh?
This man is ready. And then here he goes, starting to speak English. I was like, no, that's fine. If he's comfortable, then so be it. And I didn't know that video was going to blow up the way it did on social media. Now I feel bad, but yeah, he's a legend, a top quality, proper Black Magic supporter. It was an honor meeting a person of his caliber, because I mean, he's honest, he's passionate. I can't take anything away from that. So yeah, shout out to him. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, next week I'll ask questions in English. Please, yeah, be comfortable.
Stick there.
Stick to your Afrikaans.
Quality. Let's quickly look at some of the results there. We can quickly look at some of the results there. Manne graaf die agter die lens, man is op 'n ander level. So yeah, let's just quickly look there. We had Safco winning that one against Westbank, and then also
one, eh?
we had Darling. That's the one that you had.
Mm-hmm.
Darling.
What a
had it
game.
there. Do we the highlights? Did we have Safco? Can we quickly run to that one? Let's quickly look at the Safco highlights while we're there.
Ja, die lemoene is geskil, die druiwe is uitgepak en die glase is vol en Lusan, hier gaat ons!
Dis Sanlam Boland top 12 aksie. Bal wat daar eerste vat is Mahoney. Hy gaan ingooi so by die lyn staan. Hy vind sy man baie goed rol, maar beweging aan die gang gesit. Skeieregter Liebeke speel voordeel. Bal wat uitkom Panis. Hy vat die lyn aan. Wesley Panis. Panis is oor die lyn. Wesley Panis. Geleentheid dan hier vir Wesbank. Weer eens die skram wat sterk staan. Straskop vinnige tik en gespeel deur Samuels. Gee die aangeweg. Dis Melvin Lazarus. Eerste 3 van die kragmeting vir Wesbank. Eerste 3 van die Sanlam Boland top 12 vir Wesbank en is die einste Melvin Lazarus. Geneem is by die lyn staan. Samuels sit dit op die linkervoet en is Banis wat daar onder die bal is. Gee die bal vir Mapoumi. Goeie vinnige aangee. Bal wat geskep was. Net die van die Westhuizen. Hy gaan al die pad gaan. Tweede 3 van die kragmeting vir Wesbank. En dis die Boland onder 21. Vleuel Matthew van die Westhuizen.
Sy kicking range is baie verder as dat. Hy het baie meer distance, so hy kan hierheen gemaklik deurstoot. En
vir die paal. Vinnige aan 'n Banis. Trap binne veld toe. Mahoney. Overgaping. Buitekant toe. Dit lyk soos Mapoumi wat oor die lyn is. Mapoumi. Speel met die kantlyn. Safco. Hulle hoef net. Straskop voordeel. Nee, sê die skeieregter. Bal wat uitgeskop word deur Philander. En dis
die einde van die wedstryd, Lusan. Dis die einde van die wedstryd.
What a hamdinge there. In Grabouw. As hulle klaar die appels geëet het. Sal het Techie Town race kon hulle nou nie daar gedoen. Hulle 'n bietjie gegly, but Techie Town involved as well. Just going over LTU. Sponsorship in a tournament like this. How important is it? And then also, this must October, né? At the end of October.
Yeah.
And the quality of rugby. Like just from your perspective, being a coach, being somebody facilitating programs.
So the sponsorship and that outdoor support, you know, to get programs or tournaments like this going, it's important, JP.
Because especially a tournament of this magnitude, jy kan net gou vinnig iets bymekaar sit and
if you look at the sponsors, it's headlight sponsors, you know, trying to give back to I wouldn't say this is a community tournament. It's a top tournament, but community clubs in this top tournament, you know, and that says a lot about the sponsor, you know, and what they want to do for these communities, you know, or the Boland region, you know, but just the quality of rugby. After such a long season, you know, the coaches must be getting something right. Their planning must be on point, you know, to manage players over a long club season and then play in the top 12, you know, where it's top tier against top tier, you know, just your planning, your periodization, you know, how you manage your players, when to peak, you know, your club structure, what we spoke about earlier, needs to be in place so that you can manage then your coaching structure, which manages your playing structure, you know, and then for you to peak in tournament like this.
No, I think just before I get to you, like, because if you look at somebody like Sanlam, I mean, they had the Sanlam Marathon. I mean, a global thing. But yet they're plugging into a community like Boland. You're looking at Santam, that's solid where your interview come from. Lekker Santam Insurance there.
Yeah.
But
Umbro,
also,
international brand.
Umbro, I mean, Umbro England voorbij, Umbro op die bors. But I think it's not Mickey Mouse. I mean, Tuaza is massive.
For sure.
Tuaza as well being massive. We have Agrimark there and then Vumatel coming through. And all of these guys have a significant role to play. I mean, Tikkie Town having 480 stores.
Yeah.
That's
As jy half by die Tikkie Town stap, gaan gou vinnig in. As jy cloud tikkies gekry het, gaan jy gou na YouTube, dan kyk jy gou weer die game. Because it goes hand in hand. And I mean,
Great prices,
like
eh? Great prices. You can't walk past there
Solid.
and not purchase
Tikkie Town,
100%,
vital.
100%.
So you wanted to say?
Yeah, just to add on to what my fellow mate mentioned, in terms of the coaches getting everything right in the latter stages of the year. I mean, they just came back from a gruesome club rugby league. And then also just to have that hunger to play in October. Yeah, I mean, the coaches, they definitely are getting something right in terms of coaching and also management. But also, I think also the players, the hunger that the players have. I mean, we missed 2 years of club rugby. So I still feel that the players are still playing to catch up on lost time.
And this year was the first full year after COVID.
Yeah.
You know, for players to really
100%.
show their work on the platform. You know,
and I mean, also on a personal aspect, COVID did affect because before I came to Cape Town and Durban, I was playing, of course, in the Eastern Cape for a rugby club called Swallows, where we would practice, got fit, I was nice and conditioned, and then the president told us that we're back to level 5, lockdown. So yeah, that's where everything went downhill. But I mean, for the players that are still playing now, a huge credit to you gentlemen and ladies that are still showing that hunger and still showing great intent to be better in the sport. I mean, club rugby doesn't mean that you're not going to progress in the future. Just go back to the Gold Cup where Garth April won the, was it 2015 or 2016 if I'm not mistaken? For sure. And then now he's, last time I checked, was playing in Japan. You see, so I mean, there's a lot of opportunities in club rugby. So the hunger that the players are showing is amazing to see.
So yeah, let's just quickly look at the other results as well there. Very important. So then we had that one, the Darlin one. We can quickly go to that one. Soseto in the mix with Heinrich. Yeah, so very interesting. I see there's a couple of chats here regarding the score. Yeah. So what was the score there that you had?
40-37. Houston stole it in the end. Last try in the end after Darling leading for the first
There was
time.
also a very interesting incident with a penalty try being awarded. It was a very interesting thing. Look, what you guys must also understand, on a weekly basis, the referees will chat, there's assessments, like with the players doing things, making a mistake, referees happening, is it 100%, is it 80%, what does the rule say? So all of those things are going to play a role, and obviously now it's on a massive stage and a massive platform. So those are things that will always be looked at.
100%.
Just so there was a bit of controversy there. But I mean, it's a part of the game, that's what happens. So let's just quickly look at the highlights of this one.
Gerrit Carolus, the 8th man picks up and goes. Wilton Marsh, valuable meters gained, just above the 10-meter line is Darling. Sias looking for his captain Swart, is an interception. You blink once, it's gone. Espandio, he's gone under the post. They're not going to stop him. What a try.
Sias wat die bal sal kan voer in hierdie vaste skrim in 'n gunstige posisie hierso. Goeie skrim daar, maar dis tog Houston wat terugslaan, bal wat daar uitspring daar. Sias wat die bal daar speel. Adams, wat gaan hy maak? Gaan hy hoor? Dat lyk so, ja!
Upata is the captain Hunter, who's waltzing through over the 5-meter. Close in October, still going. What a start here from Hawkins. They're going out wide. They're finding Isaacs. What a start, ladies and gentlemen.
Die skeieregter het geblaas, lemoenbreek. Lemoen is gesny, drywe is uit, ietsie reg, dis die Sanlam Boland top 12. Het jy jou lemoenbreek geniet? Ons het dit geniet. Lekker interessant gewees.
sure.
Daar was 'n Tikkie Town reis gewees. Ek weet nie of jy dit gesien het op jou skerms, maar daar was 'n Tikkie Town reis, lekker Sandtam Dance Challenge, manne was in die skouers in, lekker solid vouchers gewen. Daai was goed geweest. Het julle maar nie lemoenbreek geniet?
Vitamin C pulling through.
Quality, super C, vitamin C, ons is deur alles.
Yeah, as much as winter is done, but we still need vitamin C, you know what I mean? Just, I'm an orange, I'm an orangey.
I'm an orange,
I'm an orangey. Just grab those oranges, good for the blood flow, it's good for the lemoenbreek.
Solid orange geweest, daarso Dalin het ongelukkig net so gegly op hy lemoenskil.
Yeah.
Kon nie die wedstryd gewen het nie. Maar kom ons gaan na die volgende resultate toe daarso hy. Jy het nog altyd vir Jawas nodig, moenie vergeet van Jawas, hy spices is belangrik. Kom ons kyk gou daarso Mammery, Young Hamiltons, Mammery tuis game gehad, Young Hamiltons met die band, almal het gekom, Tannie sonder die tande, Althea, what a legend, quality, lekker gepraat. Daai is die gees, daai is die aksie van die Boland top 12, die Sanlam Boland top 12. So kom ons kyk gou vinnig daarso na die hoogtepunte van Mammery teen Young Hamiltons.
Gekry het. En nou is dit die geleentheid. Geleentheid vir Young Hamiltons. Is weer vatte wat die bal opdra. Skrimskakel maak gereed om die bal uit te bring. Hulle gaan weer klein kant. Nee, hulle gaan oopkant. Is normaal wat die band sterk opdra en hy's oor vir 5 punte. Vir Young Hamiltons met die geleentheid om die bal in te gooi by die vaste skram. Bal wat uitkom 8-9 bewegingkie. Baie sterk op verdediging. Mammery is Young Hamiltons wat die bal besit bly hou. Bal wat weer uitkom aan die regterkant. Man wat die bal sterk opdra. Son Fata. Man wat daar breek. Lynbreek met een man voor hom. Hy kom na die binnekant. Hy breek deur. Lang tree en hy gaan kuier onder die pale.
Action here, massive scrum once again. Luciano Elias putting that ball in. A referee playing the advantage. Oosthuizen carrying on the legs. Opportunity for them again. Going out wide, Elias. Is it that man? The referee saying he's not releasing Satera. Is that man? Carry very well. Opportunity, Trutter. Getting it out there to his right wing, it's Trutter again. Can he go all the way? It's Young Hamiltons making sure that they utilize every single opportunity.
Baie goed met die offloads. En is die eerste ingooi van van Mammery se Lutem wat nie na hande gaan nie en is nou Young Hamiltons wat weer aanval. Bal wat wyd so steekskoppie deur Mammery. Bal wat daar opgedra word. Bal wat uitkom is Mammery wat gaan probeer om uit hulle gebied uit te kom. Bal wat uitkom, man wat daar bal sterk opdra, probeer hom ophou, hou hom op. Man wat nou grond toe gaan, man wat skoonmaak en is weer Young Hamiltons omgekeerde besit. En is 'n steekskoppie in die buitekant. Wat gaan dit wees? En is Young Hamiltons. Weer eens Young Hamiltons oor die lyn baie goed gedoen deur Young Hamiltons omgekeerde besit.
This afternoon only having 6 points on the board. Young Hamilton's having 35 and it's a tap and go. Good carry there. One of the stalwart forwards. Prince showing he needs runners. They're getting the ball out. There's that man Adams. Chicken wing. Are they going in the corner? What does the referee say? It's points. When
As dit 'n geleentheid vir Mammery om die bal in te sit 5 minute van Young Hamilton se doellyn en 'n geleentheid skeieregter wat voordeel speel, bal wat stadig uitkom. Loskakel wat so 1 trap, 2 trap gee en hy maak vas. Wanneer was skoon maar bal wat vinnig uitkom, bal wat aangegee word. Offload, naar die rechterkant. Er is een man wat daar oor gaan. Hier voorloop, Mamri nou met een goed teruggekomen. Mamri wat definitief gaan proberen om aan te val. Goed gedaan. Die Mamri om die bal bezit te nemen. Bal wat vandaag uitkomt. Nummer 7 flank, Oosten Apollos dat die bal sterk opdraagt. Bal wat weer achteruit komt. Via Troeter wat die bal sterk opdraait. Geel maar voor Adams. Bal wat weer uitkomt. Plaatsvervanger wat die bal sterk opdraagt. Als die bal wat nou wijd gegeven wordt, man wat dat breekt. Bal wat geonderskip wordt. Young Hamiltons. En hij gaan hem opvangen. Niemand gaat hem vangen. Hij is. Wat een 3.
Take a breather. Get these guys ready for action. Tap and go. Getting it out. There's that man. Is it him? Is he gonna go all the way? Big tackle there. Cross defense. The Prince of Wings making the line break. Getting into action. Referee say they can play on. Opportunity here for the home side. They still have the ball in play. Inside runner there. Massive hit. Massive hit. Running into a brick wall. Long pass. Getting it out. Is it that man? Apollos. Give me the ball. I want the ball. The people's team versus Mamre. Quality action. Working there. Troeter intercept. Ethan Satera. The Prince of Wings not getting a lot of opportunity. But yeah, well done there to the people's teams. Solid band. Lekker deur die Woester tunnel gery. Taking their 5 points. Mamre will want to stand up. And yeah, so gentlemen, that was it there. Troeter getting man of the match. And also very important, there's a Taki Town, it's like the moment of the match.
For sure.
Home team and away team.
Yeah.
And then Sanlam, play with confidence, man of the match as well there, or man of the match, play with confidence.
Yeah.
Lekker broekie, naam op vir die volgende week.
Yeah, so I mean.
Jy 'n paar broekies al kry in die dag?
Yeah, okay, cool. I got that.
Pink
I
shorts.
got that. Pink shorts, I mean.
Before day.
Yes, to think that I actually have never worn pink shorts in Varsity Shield, but we'll discuss that later. Yeah, I mean, for Houston, I mean, it was a fantastic game.
No, man, we're not at Austin.
Young Hamilton.
Oh, Young Hamilton's, beg your
Come on,
pardon.
focus.
No, I'm looking at the team sheets from last week. I mean, of course, that number, the guy that scored that interception just now, his name just ran away from my mind now. I mean, you mentioned it's 7 out of 7. Also
7 out of 7 with a boot, there's only
sure.
highlights geweest.
Yeah,
7 out of 7.
And also, just scored that interception. I mean, he thoroughly deserved those pink shorts.
Blue shorts.
In this case,
We're learning, we're operating.
I'm on that context of Varsity Shield, the pink shorts, the man of the match. But I mean, of course, he thoroughly deserved it, the man of the match. I mean, he was sensational. And I'm just having a look at the conditions as well. It didn't look favourable for both teams.
A lot of wind. Did you see Mike Gazebo blow away?
There's a lot of wind on the Mamre side last weekend. But I mean, of course, to have 100% in the kicking tee, that is phenomenal. And that thoroughly deserved man of the match.
Yeah, so earlier as well, you said CPT players there from Mamre. You've got 2 in your
I've
squad?
got two, a 19-year-old and one guy's 24. The one has been with me for 4 seasons. The one has 2 seasons.
Yeah, so just earlier we spoke about the sponsors, the important role they play, but also the platform that's created for tournaments like this. Bishop Vim earlier asked on YouTube as well, just in terms of the pathway and the opportunities for guys, maybe you can just chat again. What has happened this year in your squad? I mean, a guy that not even played top 12, he played lower leagues, but what's his name? No man, I can't. Alberts, the wing, the poster boy.
The poster
boy.
Atkins.
I say Dwayne Atkins.
So, Dwayne Atkins, yeah, the poster boy. Like, yeah, so this is another platform for especially the younger generation in club rugby to take the next step, you know. And varsity rugby is the next platform for them if they're not breaking into their regions or into the Boland setup or the setup at the inn. The next thing is a university, you know, and the university tournaments has proven that the opportunities they create for the youth You know, I mean, we got Springboks coming out of this, out of these tournaments.
Come on.
You know, so it's a platform for universities to go have a look, scout. You know, light recruits into the tournament, into the squads going forward.
And just on that as well, I mean, speaking of opportunity, you might find that some school, I mean, if there are any school kids watching right now, I mean, if you don't make Craven Week for 1 year, doesn't mean that you're not going to be a professional. Yes, of course, making Craven Week is good for your rugby CV, it's good for your conference, it's good, I mean, it elevates you, or rather catapults you to be selected now in higher spaces. But I mean, of course, it doesn't mean that if you don't participate in Craven Week, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be a professional. Neither does it mean it's guaranteed.
But also this tournament gives the community hope. Gives the community youngster, you know, the one to play for his community club. Because he sees a pathway there. He sees an opportunity there. I can be seen. You know, I don't have to leave my community to be seen. You know,
that's a very important point, because a lot of times the communities don't want to release their players van, ons gaan hom verloor. Jy gaan hom nie verloor nie.
You're not going to.
So just quickly, so that was it. While down there was a Santon dance off, taking down lekker gehardloop. Play with confidence there from Sunland, which is Troete, hulle sê hierso. Enrico Francis groet vir jou, Sherwin, Stefanus, Nancy manne, straight uit die woewoe. And then Johan van Wyk saying Lucky, Luciano Troete, the Golden Boot, Young Hamilton's the people's team. So we can look at the rest of the highlights. So we're going to let that flow. You can let that flow continuously there.
While we wait for the highlights, I'm actually looking forward to what the second round is going to offer this weekend. I'm sure most teams right now, they've probably realized what went wrong, how to improve. And I mean, it's still like 4 more games to play in pool stages until the knockout. So it's very interesting to see what will unfold.
Nummer 9, Mondre Jacobs en Jacqueline Jansen.
Backwards.
Ja, onmiddellik Robertson Town wat die bal afneem. Dit lyk vir my nou Oliver Regie wat die bal vorentoe neem. Dit is so groot, dit is 'n groot wedstryd. Dis Trevor Trubbruckels en Brandon Moses. Ons is hier so by die top 12.
Daar kan ons nog 'n visie kry of 'n trossie drywe. Tussen die pale deurgejaag. Maklik geskop daar. Eerste 3 punte aan Saldanha.
Okay.
Dis Jacobs.
Ja, Brandon, jy kan sien daai man se toks was gekoop by Tekkie Town.
Ja, nee, natuurlik.
Hy gaan nie miskop vandag nie. En as dit broekseer gaan, moenie worry nie. Embro is daar om jou enetjie te gee.
Natuurlik, inderdaad. Ons kyk wat maak by Jacobs en hy kom vorentoe. Hy tref die bal goed. Dit lyk goed. Wat sê die vlagmanne?
Hy is tussen die pale deur. Pragtig man.
Ons dan nou Rente Bartman into Willems, back to Jan Jovel de Koker. What a break! What a break! He's looking around. There's the Koker, still the Koker. What a try!
Brilliant!
Look at that try! What a try!
Prachtige try, Brandon!
From Griekwas. Willems oorskiet aan. Ongelukkig. Jan de Josef, hy staan sterk. Willems, nog steeds Willems. Willems wat vorentoe beweeg. Hier kom die bal nou. Dis Afrika.
Hy gaan oor. Dis 'n pragtige 3, Brandon. Uitstekende 3. Saldanha wat nie die druk kan absorbeer nie. Maar ek moet
asem in en asem uit. Ons kyk wat gaan hy maak. Jacobs, hy kom na vorentoe. Hy tref hom tussen die pale deur. Saldanha wat aanbeweeg na 9 punte. Robert maak hy nou.
Control stability.
Pragtig daarso, dis Afrika in die hande van de Koker. De Koker gee die bal vir Willemse, nog steeds Willemse. Daar gaan Willemse. Moet 'n fop aangee. Dis Robertson.
What a try, Brandon.
Linden Swarts, wat 'n 3. Hier kom Saldanha nou, dis van 'n vent. Dis van 'n vent, hy's nog steeds, hy's omtrent so 'n meter van die doellyn af. Hier kom dan, dis Jekon Jansen.
Hy druk op, wat sê
jy regtig 3. Was al die ou wat gesê het, gaan rus aan die koelkast.
Pragtige doen daar, lyn staan, Saldanha wat na vorentoe beweeg. So 2, 3, 4 meter weg van die doel, nog steeds vorentoe. Nog steeds vorentoe, Josh hou die bal in aan. Gaat hy oorgaan? Hy gaan oor, hy druk hom. Hy bring hom uit. Strafskop aan die kant van Robertson Town. Wat 'n stukkie spel daar. Brandon.
Ja, en nou gaan Robertson Town hulle val oor. Saldanha Boys se voorspelers, manne wat wys. Moet die hand, hierso as hulle nou. Nog steeds. Hier kom Saldanha. Visser. Pragtige speel daar. Dis Jonkers. Die lang lenige vleuel. Oh!
Strafskop aan die kant van Saldanha. Afspeel hulle vinnig gevat daar. Hier kom dit nou aan.
Play. Nou, play.
Wat 'n fatale fout daar so deur Saldanha. Hulle was binne trefafstand om daardie bal oor te skop. Dis Robertson Town.
Dis die wedstryd.
Robertson Town
Dis
wat
die
weeskap.
wedstryd.
Naal by het einde. Geleentheid. Met die voetjie tap and go, ongelukkig. Nie goed so gemaak nie. Coach killer, team killer. But there's more opportunity. Saldanha, great team. I think they really did well to come back. Traveling all the way to Robertson. And it's all about lessons.
Yeah.
It's all about lessons.
Yeah.
Come I tell you guys something. Ek weet ek praat nie baie van my rugby nie. I played a semi-final, Griquas Falcons. I threw an intercept pass. Toernooi is klaar. I didn't speak for 6 hours on the bus. I felt like the earth can suck me in. So, to that youngster there, yeah, it was crucial. It didn't work out. But at the end of the day, there's more opportunities. Life goes on. That doesn't make you a terrible human being or a terrible rugby player. It was just a judgment error.
It's in the moment, Jackie.
It's in the moment.
It happens to the best of us. You know, you might have not, communication might have not been coming through, time on the clock, what the score line, whatever it might have been, but also the individual in the moment.
Yeah,
you know, he saw something.
He saw something, he went for it.
Yeah,
For sure.
He
And
saw something.
And I mean, on the way here, we spoke about experience. I mean, you have to go through certain things. Now you know, like you've experienced. Next time, when you are with 1 point behind and the game is over, kick for poles. So I mean, the next game he's going to learn. I mean, I'm sure he's still a young scrum off. Still has a lot of rugby in him. I mean, of course, I just hope that he takes it on the chin and then just focusing on the second round this weekend.
Yeah.
But my message to the community as well is build your players.
Yeah.
Ellie, I'm going to ask you just in the mental aspect of things, but build your players. Keep on building them, keep on working. Why? Next week you need that guy again.
Definitely.
Hou op die mense afbreek. Next week you need that player, you need him to produce, come on, play a magnificent role in the game, make sure you up it, you bring the energy, you have a certain skill set. So keep on building. I mean, we spoke about Mani, we're going to go over to the World Cup just now. Spoke about Mani, amazing, tearing the All Blacks, hardloop, great Australia. Harde vir Eddie Jones en pa huis toe daar, voor die World Cup nog, daar in die Rugby Championship, doing amazing work. Being sub this weekend. But we're going to park it, ons gaan nou praat, maar net gou vinnig die mental, just the mental aspect of touching on the Boland club rugby, touching on club rugby in general, because guys get blown up, hulle koppe raak groot, hulle is heroes, hulle is amazing. Yeah, they don't have to stop at the stop street because they scored a try last week for the community. Those things happen. But the mental aspect.
So also playing on the stage. You know, their games are streamed now. They're playing in the top tournament of the union, the top club tournament, you know.
It's and one of the only broadcast tournaments in the country at the moment.
There we go. It's more pressure, you know. 100%. And there's so much external pressure on these club players. It's a community, it's social media. They're walking down the street, everybody's cheering, you know. But the individual from a mental perspective, that well-being, that mental maturity, you know, to handle what's on the field, but also handle what's off the field and translate it to across.
Well said.
You know, is very important. So one, yes, that youngster saw what's in the moment. Okay, and he played it, you know, but the important thing is using that moment as a learning factor, you know, and growing that individual and then growing the team around that decision, you know, to take the next step into next week.
Yeah, I mean, and just to add on, there's never been a perfect player, there's never been a perfect game. We're all human. I mean, mistakes do happen, the wrong calls are made. Even like international level, sometimes they do make the wrong calls. But I think what's more important right now is how does he bounce back from this?
100%.
I do understand maybe that after the game he probably felt very upset. I bet that beer wasn't even cold. I bet it was very sour on the throat. But I think what matters is how he bounces back. And I think the coaches as well, just backing the player. I mean, he was very good off the boot last weekend. He's got a very strong boot. Just saw on the highlights, he was between the 10 and the halfway line and he slotted them, literally just splicing the uprights. So I mean, he's a quality player, very much talented, but it's just a matter of just backing him. And also just speaking of mental, just forget about it, but just use that, for lack of a better term, flaw to make you become a better player on the next game and beyond. So yeah, he'll be proper this weekend, as I have got their game.
100%. ST will be there supporting the guys. Let's quickly look at the logs. The first week is gone. Eerste week is voorbij. Die senuwees wat in skerwe gehang het, is iets van die verlede nou. Julle weet nou hoe voel die borge, julle weet hoe lyk dit, julle weet hoe lyk die crowd. Kom ons vat gou daai Roos. Roos 5 punte. Well done vir die Roos. Houston skrik vir niks. Hulle het gewys die naweek vir Sesotho hoe kan hulle speel. Town, ons het nou net gesien, daar's 'n Town wat deurgeskraap het dan met daai enetjie. Darlene en dan Darlene Saldanha en dan ook die manne van Reinsdorp. Kom ons gaan kyk na Pool B se logs. Daar het ons die manne van die Vuvu, Young Hamiltons, wel dan op hulle groot oorwinning daar gehad. En dan Bella in die mix daar met 5 punte en dan die manne wat die appel so lekker kou. Safkoel, die Here se mense soos hulle self noem. Wel dan op die 4 punte raad in Wesbank. En dan het ons vir Delicious en Mamrey. So dis hoe die dinge lyk. Sanlam, Boland top 12 eerste week, iets van die verlede. Man het baie goed gedoen. Gaan kyk jou klips. Gaan analiseer. Gaan kyk waar kan jy beter doen. Ek meen mense weet hier dat die Ellie. After the game, I had to go get some details by Adams, Cousin Adams, the captain. And obviously this weren't on camera, it was not the purpose. I walked into the cloakroom and I could see the guys were down. I could see they felt they disappointed the community and whatever. And for me, like just to share a word of encouragement. To say it's okay, it's fine, these things happen.
For sure.
Next week, different story, different scenario, different situations. So yeah, for them as well, just stand up, keep on going. But now, the blood flow was up. We were nervous. There was a World Cup. Owen Farrell, so gestaan heel week. Ek is soos, joh, kry nie die ou van die TV af. There was energy. Then there was a guy that came on. A guy that says, don't give me salad, give me cake.
Give me cake.
And then Hassegirl jumped in, Woolies jumped in, and they sorted him out. So just quickly, gents, let's dive into that. Ons gaan nie nog oor die opbruiks praat. Argentina was absent. So just let me know firstly that game, Ali.
So everybody says the Springboks are off. Okay? And yes, we say teams have a bad game, you have a good game.
For sure.
It's your on day, off day, whatever it might be. Okay? But to stay in the fight.
Sure.
Definitely.
And to be calm in the movement through the game. And then to be bold enough to make the changes that you make early in the game. And trust the process with those players.
But isn't that about knowing your player?
100%.
Because and before we continue, tag daai mense in. Daai mense wat so baie op social praat. Tag gou vinnig vir hulle hierso in. Ons gaan nou 'n bietjie wêreldbeker gesels. Sit sy naam, sy van, sy skoen size, tikkie tank of ons deurwerk. Sit net deur daar. Die manne wat nou moet luister, die manne wat so rugby praat hier buite. Ons moet net 'n paar manne ook groet. John Bade, Divan Green, Michael Abrams, Gershwin Walker, Philip Humphries, goeie naam. So tag gou daai manne in wat so praat. Ellie, we spoke now about knowing the players. Rassie roep hy coaching staff in mekaar. Ek weet nie of hulle hy gesien het nie.
For sure.
He call them together. Ons is hier vir lekker nice times. Sien nou manne wat sit emotionless. I still don't know Steve Hansen, your kudos to you. Manne sit emotionless, kyk so hier. Manne skoot 80 met 'n try. But Rassie, bring hy manne in early that moment.
Okay, but what does that say, man? That shows the passion of our country. It shows the passion 100%. Of the individuals coming through our country, our nation. You know what I mean? And the drive there, you know? And it's in the moment. Those guys, they, as you said, JP, they know their players, okay? The players understand their system.
For sure.
They respect. If I gave my all, if it's my off day, and the coach makes a call for the team, for the nation, right? I'm going to take it because I'm part of this plan. You know, whether I play 30 minutes, whether I play whatever minutes. I was listening to some, talk, and they were talking about Marvin. You know,
the role that
Marvin is playing in that mix thing, with the lineouts, with the, you know, he knows his role.
Before there's a lineout, there's no water break. Quality.
You know, so everybody understands their role because it's about the bigger picture. If one wins, we all win.
For sure.
You know, if the team wins, we all win.
World Cup squad.
You know, it's the World Cup squad. But just coming back to, you know, the South Africa had an off day and whatever. But they stayed in that fight. And when the time was right, that bomb squad was brought on. to make the difference, and they made that difference. You know, so timing. That coaching staff, Rassie and his team.
I don't know if you
is
saw that
getting
clip.
right.
I don't know if you saw that clip before Ox went on. Sal het gou 'n bietjie koek geëet. Jy het gesien Ox gou vinnig koek geëet daar so.
Net hy
het solid koek geëet daar. Wat so Ellie the bomb squad, hulle kom op die veld.
Had a massive impact.
As expected, and I think a shout out to the bakeries in France. Looks like they're doing a great job.
Solid.
Croissants. Yes, at this rate, the fat cakes here in South Africa are going to start being sold 100 rand per kilogram. But yeah, so I mean,
how do we adapt, man? The ability of South Africa to adapt to that situation, to the situations, with the guys coming on the off the bench, you know, all the guys on the field.
But you know, also I picked up something, and yo guys, please, I need you guys to get this out. Scrummaging. Julle moet nou baie mooi verstaan. Baie mooi verstaan, scrummaging. So a hooker plays a massive important role. Why am I saying this? Ons het vir Dion Fourie. Baie vinnig. Ou kan nou en dan solid ingooi as hy moet. But the scrum. Guys, om te scrum, om my anker te hê, Bongie is 'n blok. Hy's 'n hele blok van 'n mens. Anker is scrum. Ons het vir Malcolm gehad. So Malcolm kon lekker die balans. Hulle twee kom mekaar gesap met because you get a scrumming hooker. Ek weet ek praat nou verby julle, maar asseblief stiek met my. Scrumming hooker. Lekker solid base, making sure we dominate. So they keep Bongie on. Ek dink die mense verstaan hy besigheid nie. Hulle het vir Bongie opgehou en met Dion hulle opgekom. But guys, Ellie the role of 'n hooker gaan dit gou verstaan, net gou vinnig man asseblief.
JP, I'm a backline coach, but I do understand quite a lot about the forwards. But it's the pinnacle, it's the center of the scrum. It keeps everything together, you know. He sets the height, you know, he takes the mark, you know. And if he can't do his primary and secondary role in the set piece, we don't have a set piece.
Kan ons penalties kry nie?
We don't have a set piece.
Dan kan Ossie 'n sponsor kry van Woolies nie. Because that's where the game changed.
I mean, just from a forwards perspective, sorry to cut you, from a forwards perspective, I mean, a hooker is very important, the anchor of the scrum. He's the one who sets the tone. He's the one who controls the entire pack. As a hooker myself, you know, the tighter you are with your...
Solid hooker.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Yassi, my bro.
Solid
Yassi, bro. Turnovers was my middle name, you know what I'm saying? So basically, like, a hooker is very important, of course, getting the bind. The tighter you are with your props.
And how important is the height?
Yeah, the height, being a tall hooker, I was struggling a bit, more especially against shorter hookers, so it was a bit of a juggle. But I mean, it comes with experience on how to scrum, using my bind, maybe get loose on my tighthead, maybe get tight on the loose head.
John Bader, you will like this, Chad, rolling the shoulders.
For sure, I mean, I made sure that if there was a shorter hooker, I was going to make sure that my shoulder is literally at the back of your neck, and you're not going to dominate me. So I mean, it's very important.
Sorry man, I'm messing in your mouth, but why do people pop? Daar's manne wat gepop het.
Ek het
hulle gesien het. Verduidelik net gou vir die mense daar by die huis. Is jy omdat hy op Instagram wil wees nie? As hy pop, weet jy hoe voel dit as 'n man onder jou bors kom?
Maybe explain where the pressure's coming from, where the headings of the...
It depends on with how the ref sees it. Sometimes you might find that the defending pack is going to just maybe milking a penalty or milking a free kick. You might find that when the engage comes, they don't give pressure. So they allow you to push forward. In the ref's eyes, they look as if you early push and get the short arm. So, and also with, if you do it fair, of course, the engage, you'll see the pressure on the second shove when the ball's in. You see like when you call squeeze, everyone's unloading and they push.
And they work with their legs.
They have those dog legs. The only way you can pop or bend is when the guy's literally dominating, and the prop is right here on your chest.
Can you breathe?
Definitely not. Before I was a hooker, I was a prop, so I'll tell you about my rugby history next time. But when you pop, it's definitely the pressure. It's not just from the prop. It comes from the flank. It comes from the locks, and also comes from the eighth man, which basically means it's a unit. It's an eighth pack. You understand? It's a tight head. Also, that second shove is very important. The timing, the synchronization of that scrum.
Can I just touch on the one thing? I saw there on socials. Look here, he was scrumming in. Go look at the other angle. Knee on the ground. Spicy Plum was penalized for knee on the ground.
So that,
julle kyk mos dit op social media, nie gaan kyk jy game reg. Knee on the ground, penalty. And then that last penalty, knee on the ground. So we see the image where the guy's scrumming in, but it was already a penalty. Because remember, when you engage, you can't see, you can't hear, you're going.
for sure.
The ball is going in, referee saying penalty, and they scrum, and now the image was taken, yeah, we're scrumming in.
For sure.
But first infringement was knee on the ground.
100%.
And there was I think I was watching the box office on YouTube. I was checking out the box office. I mean, I love watching those. Just get some further insight on the rugby. So they were talking about that particular moment where we got that penalty. I mean, if you see, was it Genge? No, it was the tight head, Joe Marler.
Yeah.
So Joe Marler, as he engaged, he was already engaging at an angle.
Yeah.
So basically what that happened was he was engaging at an angle while the ref was on the other side.
Yeah.
So making it seem as if now Ox was the one scrumming inside. And I mean, I was happy when that was seen because afterwards the ref went to the other side. I actually saw that.
But that is the dark arts of the front.
So ja, ek weet julle
That's
dit waaroor
experience.
praat die manne
That
nou
is the
hier?
dark arts of the front.
En it is dark
Ja.
out. Mense weet nie wat daar binne gebeur nie. As 'n paar manne wat gefax word ook daar so.
Yeah. So we were fortunate that the Ben O'Keefe saw that. And I mean, of course, our social media, if there's a team that loses or wins, there'll always be fans who will speak negatively about the officiation.
You know, speaking about the pack, I was watching this Irish show in the week, and they were talking about our bomb squad. You know, how we are playing this forward-orientated game. You know, we have 7 or 6 forwards on the
How they
bench.
must take away. Did you see that guy that
Matt
said
Williams. My word.
They must take away the scrum.
The
and they
scrum
must take away
penalty.
the
Let's
scrum
play
penalty.
rugby league.
Yeah,
But
because
short
back in the
arm.
day it was short arm.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, South Africa's been innovative. You know, they're evolving. They're using their strengths.
Yeah.
If another team uses their strengths, so be it.
That's
And
it.
now they say that Rassie can't DJ at games anymore.
I mean, just because they're not doing it,
Yeah.
they see it's wrong. That
Yeah.
7-1 split, there's no rule in World Rugby, in the World Rugby book that says you can't have a 7-1 split.
But
the fact also
yeah.
with the, just going back to that controversial call that David Willem said, getting that ball in the
And making
22,
a scrum.
immediate, no hesitation, put the ball down, brah, so it's no scrum. I was like, what?
Because the French was avoiding the scrums. But
Exactly,
gents,
yeah.
ons gaan die final speel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As die All Blacks, just quickly 2 minutes from each, the final, All Blacks.
Look.
Hoe wen ons die All Blacks?
Look, it's gonna be a classic, okay?
Yeah,
1995 all over.
Solid.
Okay, all over. Definitely the boxes on top of it. Okay. I think if we can, if we win up front,
Does the form book play a role? The form book.
Form.
Yeah, having form.
Definitely. Definitely.
it does play a role. But as we were chatting earlier,
Yeah.
right? If there's 2 teams in world rugby that can have an off week and bounce right back, is South Africa and New Zealand.
100%.
If there's 2 teams in world rugby,
100%.
you know, if we dominate up front, okay, we in the game.
Coach, okay, no, just to quickly coach
Teammate.
Ryan, James Ryan.
Yeah.
How has he transformed the All Black Pac-Man?
JP. Let me pose this question. Okay. We talk scrums. How was the All Black scrums before he came into
It
picture?
was poor. It was poor.
Eh?
People
How
don't
was
see
the
that
ball
guys
stop
at
him
all.
before he came into
They
picture?
couldn't stop them all. The
Eh?
Crusaders, just for you guys online, the Crusaders, that's where he coached, right?
For sure.
100%.
Didn't concede a maul try for 6 years. The Crusaders didn't concede a maul try for 6 years. James Ryan in the mix there.
That's massive.
And when he came in, it's the same. It's not. It's majority of the same pack. You know that he took over from, and he transformed it. For
sure.
You know,
And when you look at lineouts, Whitelock,
Legend.
stalwart there.
100%.
some guys were saying he has another World Cup in him.
I mean, the same way they say Dwayne has another World Cup in him. So.
But coming back to your point, Ali, so you mentioned obviously set piece up front. Where else can we, because the previous game, the All Blacks kicking game was great. The game they beat us, they kicked us to pieces.
And I think that's where we need to counter. You know, how we kick against him. You know, how we strategize our kicks against him, and the options we're gonna take when they kick. You know, when they kick towards us. You know, that's where we could excite him back shape.
Yeah, no.
You know, we could take them on and play in the right areas.
Who's gonna
you know,
start
instead
on?
of playing that
Who's gonna start on
contestable
9 and
game.
10? Kom ek gooi sommer 9 and 10. Who's starting on 9 and 10?
Interesting.
I'll back Manny, eh? I'll back at same 9
Who's gonna
and
play
10
with
pin.
Nani? Okay, so you have Kobus and Mani. Who do you
I have
have?
Kobus and Mani. I'll back the two of them.
Yeah, you know, just we're blessed with quality depth.
Don't come with a long story.
I had to be diplomatic, but my 9 and 10. I mean, my heart says Faf and Pollard for obvious reasons, but my mind says based on just trying to understand what the Bog management are trying to achieve, and also with the player management. I mean, of course, taking money out.
Solid diplomat.
Taking money off in the 30th minute, many were surprised. But I mean, of course, we never know what Rassi is got up his sleeve. But I mean, of course, starting money makes much more sense. Starting money and Reinach. But I mean, of course, with Reinach, I'm not sure whether they're going to say Reinach or maybe you're going to say Hendrikse or maybe Grant Williams. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan.
But say, Ellie, what will you base?
I'll go the same match as squad. And I'll start the same 15. Same 15. You know, if a call needs to be made, we make
it's
a call.
his time now.
Will he on the bench?
Yeah, same match, set 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same match, set 23.
So
Same match, set 23. Back then.
There's a final.
Back then.
Keep the continuity.
Definitely,
final.
Continuity, keep it
But
going.
now, if you look at it this way, though, I mean, they survived a gruesome encounter against France by 1 point, surviving a gruesome encounter where you saw that they looked a bit lethargic in that game. Was it a matter of management? Was it a matter of a plan? From from my side of watching it, they lacked the intensity they had against France.
Also remember, we had a shorter turnaround. So
Exactly.
let's park semi-finals.
Full day. Yeah.
So look at New Zealand's run.
Yeah.
Okay, so New Zealand had a
had a
tough
tougher
first
run.
game, big wins. Okay, then a tough game against Ireland.
For sure.
Okay, then the semi-final was it was a breeze one side.
Yeah.
We have had now 2 tough games.
Scotland,
Okay,
first game. Yeah.
if
No,
I
but
talk,
at the back end,
at the back end, we
sure.
have 2 tough games now.
Yeah.
So I feel that will prepare us better for the final. You know, than having to have a more one-sided game.
Yeah.
Battle hardened, yeah.
So from my side, just quickly on before we move over, in terms of the team. The reason why I will start with Mani is we mentioned it's going to be wet maybe, or the conditions was terrible against England.
Yeah.
So Mani doing his thing. If Mani is on, it's on. You need to
That's
stop
the
him.
thing with Mani. When he's on-
Mani has a thing. You can't analyze me.
For
That's
sure.
the way he trains. That's the effort. His support base will tell you that guy.
Unpredictable.
Pre-training, way that he trains, the way that he plans, it's next level. So for me, Mani, Kobus in the mix. Kobus' kicking game is a biggie dodge. To be honest, a kicking game is a biggie by a dodge for me. But Kobus half gap, open space, turnover ball. You can't buy a speed, so that's why I will play with Mani. If it maybe for some other reason he's not on song, you know what you have with Pollard. But now you start with Pollard suddenly. What do you do with Mani? Then Mani's gonna sit. I will do that. So that's from my perspective. Quickly score, and then we're gonna go over and we're gonna look at the fixtures for the weekend.
Can I give you an interesting
Yeah. Go for it.
It's been 20 years since another country other than New Zealand or
South Africa
lifted the trophy.
Whoa.
And we'll have to wait another 4 years.
Make that 24.
So stat is 20 years ago was the last time that another team has lifted the trophy other than New Zealand, South Africa. But it's going to be 24 years because we're going to do it again.
That's
Score,
massive.
Ali?
Massive. I'm going for 24-21. I mean, 24-21.
24-21.
To the box.
You notice how it's a 1 point difference. Yes, like these 1 point wins have been holding us by the jugular. Yeah, so I'm just going to roll the dice here. I'll just say Springboks by 2. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a close game or high scoring, but I'll just say by 2. But my main concern is, New Zealand, we know how to beat them and they know how to beat us. And also, depending on how we start the game, if you start the game like how we did in Twickenham, we are definitely have a chance to win.
Yeah.
But if you start the game like how we did in Mount Smart, then it's going to be a long final.
Yeah.
So I've got 27-21 box. Ladies and gentlemen, ons gaan gou vinnig oor daar so Davis World Cup lekker aan die gang. Soos hier ons is aksie, bloeddruk is op, Bok Friday, allei goed gaan gebeur. Maar kom ons kyk gou na die fixtures. San en Boland top 12, ons kyk gou vinnig na daai fixtures wat gaan kom vir die naweek. So we've got the 3 o'clock games. We've got Saldanha Darling. Saldanha Darling. Who's going to take that one? Just quickly give it to me.
Darling.
No diplomatic answers. Your Darling protocol. Ellie, who do you say there?
I'll go with Saldanha, definitely.
So we've got 1 Saldanha, we've got 1 Darling. I think your Saldanha squad.
Ja.
Saldanha squad
En
is by
daarom.
die huis.
En daarom.
Is by die huis groot stadium
En daarom.
Transnet.
Ja.
Darlene is gonna come. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
For sure.
Set piece, both teams very strong.
Solid.
Solid tiener, both sides. So it's gonna be an humdinger there. Let's quickly look at the Roos, die Robertson. Robertson on a high, on a wicket. Die Roos is hoog. Daarbij vegkoppie. Lekker nie in die vegkoppie, hulle speel by die stadium. Hulle speel op die stadion.
Yeah, and it's not easy playing there against Roses.
Yeah,
you know,
Roses have got some roots there.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. You know, but I give Roses to pop that one.
Roses popping?
Yeah, you know, I'm a huge wine lover, and for sure I'll just have to give this one to Robinsons.
Hy is ook by na die game. Skrik vir niks en Eagles. Skrik vir niks Eagles. Austin versus the Eagles van Reinsdorp.
Austin might take the momentum from the last game into
Austin,
that game.
we're calling
And
a
the plan
Austin
home.
gig there and your fair ry. Daar Austin toe in die bos. As jy baie gras daar nie, it's a tough story. Young Hamilton's Worcester Bella Vista. Bella Vista is last year's finalist. Young Hamilton's coming with a bang.
I'm going with Bella,
I'm also going with Bella Vista.
I say Young
Definitely
Hamilton's.
Bella Vista.
Young
There's
Hamilton's.
always that one guy.
Remember they've got the band.
Yeah.
Anyway, julle het klaar julle call gemaak. Ek sê Young Hamilton's also. Westbank Mamere.
West Bank.
West Bank, yeah.
Solid Solomon's also.
to confuse
CPT. Solomon. Ja, also say Westbank, home ground advantage there. And then Delicious Safkol.
Oof.
Delicious is the one in the Noordweste.
Yeah, I see. You know, with Delicious, I hope their name is also I hope their name coincides with the rugby and fraternity, and of course, top quality. But I'll go with Delicious. I just like their name.
Safkol to take
Safkol, Buta. Safkol. You're gonna learn. Die Here is mense.
Don't disappoint me. I've got your back, boy, cheese.
Die Here is mense. Ladies and gentlemen, the set piece. Ons het 'n lemoenbreek gehad. Ons het as die Sanlam, 'n Santam, Vumatel, Tikita, die man het lekker deurgekom maar so Toza. Toza is all the way from
the 045 Queenstown, baby, right here.
Queenstown, Toza het is daar gehad, lekker Vumatel, Agrimark in die mix. Ellie from your side, first experience, lekker nou 'n ander space, lekker hosting. Just something to the people out there. How did you find it?
Yeah, it's great to have a lekker rugby chat, you know, and to give the people the platform of this information, you know, but also to tap into the coaching things that we chat about. You know, give those people some sort of tips, and hopefully they use those things out there, those coaches, you know.
No, definitely. Ellie,
but it's great to be on the show again, JP.
Yeah.
It was lekker, man.
Solid quality. There's also a lot. There's a lot more coaching stuff we're gonna give. We just need to tell the people as well. We're not just here to run through a program, but we're here to educate the coaches, to chat to them, to be open, and also questions. You want still to say, Ellie?
Yeah, you know that what did you call it? A moonbreak.
Yes, a moonbreak.
It was actually lekker. I feel energized after that.
Quality,
not
a moonbreak.
It's not only a moon break when you're having your tequila shots, it's also a moon break when there's a rugby involved. I mean, it's a huge
interesting one. Not interesting, but it's a quick one. So before my final, before the final against SK, right? A mate of mine stays in Wellington. Okay, I haven't seen him in probably like 3 years. Okay, but he's friends with a guy who refed our semi-final. Okay, the one against Franshoek, which was apparently
Ashley.
Yes,
I saw him there. Yes. I saw Ashley at the Marty's final, the Kuses final.
Yes. So anyway, and he comes and he rocks up after. I haven't seen this out for 3 years, bro. Now, so before the game, the team was by my place, which I live opposite to right by the stadium. And I see the boys outside, and I see this car pull up there, and the boys are going to the window, and this oaks asking, does Alistair still live here? Anyway, he drops off 5 pockets of oranges.
Sure. Solid lemoenbreek.
Solid.
Vitamin C.
So
never get sick again.
Quality.
Yo, guys,
from your side,
just from my side, I mean, firstly, I love the camera, I love speaking, and you guys just gave me the platform to do just that. I mean, Club Rugby Love, I've been following Club Rugby Love since, it's been 5 years. Just being here is a huge honor and
solid
a privilege.
Promotion also.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just love promoting. It's all for the greater good, for people, a wider audience. I mean,
I'm interviewing Afrikaans people.
Yeah, you know, these days, my Monday mornings with Mevrouw Dreyer back in primary, I see you. But I mean, of course, it's a great experience. I'm looking forward to much more of these chats and of course the commentaries. I'm passionate about that. And I mean, of course, the viewers back at home. This is not the last time you'll be seeing my face and also hearing my voice as well. I mean, I'll be here quite often, and hopefully that we can have a healthy relationship. And I hope you guys enjoy the commentary, not just from my side, also from the top talent that we have here, courtesy of JP and Manyaria, bro. I see your name. I've been trying to pronounce it.
The one thing I need to get over is you're a Shark supporter, but you're from Queenstown. Living in the Western Cape. I still need to get over that.
Alistair, there we go. Alistair, I'm thinking of the SC. That's the duty. Brah! There we go. So, yeah, also a huge opportunity. Also rubbing shoulders with top Western Cape rugby fraternity mates. I mean, of course, being a Shark supporter has got nothing to do. I mean, from here, when the Stormers are playing at home, I've got the Stormers back always. It's a bit awkward when the Sharks are visiting the city, but yeah, we'll chat about that. Again, just thank you very much for having me. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Just to reiterate on what our host mentioned, as much as we have in the rugby chats, but we're also here to educate. And I hope that people that are watching at home, I mean, of course, if there are some points that didn't get, I hope they got some points today. I mean, we're also students of the game, so yeah, stronger together. Bra.
So is die, ze sê to time, ja, sy van is tyd.
Kijk, ja, is tyd.
Tyd, hy like baie tyd, so tyd is hy. Ja, maar van my kant af, JP Kellerman, baie dankie dat julle ingeskakel het. It's always a privilege to chat to you, to speak to you, and we don't take it lightly. Ek dink net vir my net 'n boodskap vir julle by die huis wat uitgaan. Ja, wees daai persoon wat die mense om jou oplig. So what you guys experienced tonight, we celebrated each other.
For sure.
And that is my challenge to you out there. Make sure that you celebrate the people around you. Give them flowers while they are still alive. Moenie net na sy begrafnis toe gaan waar jy wil blomme gaan sê, hy sê amazing mense. Celebrate people. Celebrate people's gifts, because your gifts will make room for you. Make sure you celebrate. It was Sanlam Boland Top 12 weekend done, second week coming from my side, JP Kellerman, Ali Tate, and this man, ST. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure that you share this link. Make sure that you subscribe on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you come out to the Sevens this weekend, because as we said, $20 a ticket. Make sure that you come. The Blitzbox will also be in action. And then on our socials, there is all the games will be on the Boland platform, but also for us, there's 2 games that we will be streaming. So make sure that you come, you tune in, you do that. Thank you very much from our side. And make sure, once again, that you share this link. Thank you.
Like the water.